Alright. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy Thursday to everyone. Happy Thursday. How have you been, people? Hope you had a great week. And now we begin once again. There we go. Thank you. I don't want to listen to myself. There we go. Title seems to be perfect. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. There. Refresh that. Good. Put the stream on performance mode. Good. How have you been, ladies and gentlemen? How have you been? I've been doing some things. As you can see, my aura, the aura around my character is different. Now it's green. Look at that. It has some beautiful glowing stars coming out of the ground, I guess. Well, what's that? That's the animation, and as you can see, I've also fixed, first of all, I fixed the hovering over things without altering the unscaled user interface. Remember that in the previous 10 streams, since I changed the user interface, the second I changed the user interface, whenever I hovered over these icons, they would kind of like, I had to hover at, they weren't working correctly. I had to hover over a specific section of the icon for it to work, like it wasn't working properly since I did that, so I could fix it without giving up the unscaled user interface. So good. As you can see now, I can hover over the whole icon and it will work, so it's perfect. The downside, let's say, is that I had to disable the hardware accelerated cursor. That's why you see that my cursor is now bigger. But I think it's not bad, because it's actually easier to target enemies. And I think that will eliminate the kind of like the bugged hovering sensation I had over enemies. So I should be able to target them much easier. As for the rest, as you can see, I've partially respect, as you can see, because of what I told you at the beginning about that red aura coming out. As you can see, I basically swapped Purifying Chastisement for the Reverse Polarity buff. A quick summary of what we have now. I've also respect my attributes, so I removed the willpower points that I had. Kind of like willpower, it's not as useful as I originally thought, in the sense that it doesn't increase your evasion range, or it doesn't, and also it doesn't increase kind of like avoiding enemy damage at all. Like, I've been researching, and in this game, evasion rating, kind of like your probability of evading an attack, is actually called defense value, and your probability of landing an attack on the enemy is called attack value. Yes, they were right in front of us the whole time. They were right in front of me the whole time, and well, it's a weird naming convention. It's a weird naming convention to call accuracy attack value, and it's a weird naming convention to call evasion rating defense value. Like, it's pretty old school Dungeons and Dragons terminology there. But well, I changed my rings. As you can see now, I have, let's say, an emergency build until I find any other effective way of adding the attack and defense value that I required.
Don't feel like it now.
Shut up. I'm explaining the build, the new build. So fortunately I had these bartender rings that will increase. As you can see, I go for attack and defense value for now to make up for my for the lack of evasion and accuracy that I had. That's why precisely, see for example, the Quan's plate is legendary precisely because of that. Like, I had a lot of damage in my previous build. I had a lot of damage, and and it was useless. It was essentially useless because I couldn't target the enemy, and I would take all of the hits that they would uh, do against me. Like, I received all of the hits, and I couldn't land most of the hits. Of course, with low-level enemies, with common enemies, their defense rating is quite low, and it doesn't matter. But in the case of bosses, and even so, I missed a lot of my attacks. So that's quite ineffective. Like, what's the point of having an insane amount of damage if your attacks simply won't land on the enemy? So I fixed that. If this is a temporal fix, then I'll find a more effective approach to this, I guess, because they are command rings that I had lying around. But well, with that, as you can see, my defense increased to 303. I was also helped greatly by the reverse polarity buff. I changed Purifying Chastisement for polarity buff. Don't worry, I'll bring it back, or I will bring the Soul Reaver as my third buff at level 75. We are currently at level 41, so it will be quite some time until we reach that. And here you go, reverse polarity. Basically, rebound adds a chance to reflect spell damage. Basically, reverse polarity is that green energy field that you see around my character. The Inquisitor gains the ability to reflect ranged weapon attacks with a 28% chance. And then I added chance to reflect spell damage, chance to reflect melee damage, and of course increasing my base defense value. This one is actually quite good, and a high and a huge portion of my defense base stat that you see here. Kind of like it increased it significantly. When it says it doesn't say it, but it's a significant increase in defense. Basically, defense, remember, it's evasion. Probability of evading an enemy attack, and that's what you will see causes me not to be squishy anymore. Incentive, well, the doppelganger, you knew it. I removed the Levin array. I had to pay the price of removing the Levin array, but I emptied the Purifying Chastisement, and I swapped it to Frenetic Fervor. Frenetic Fervor now further increases my weapon attack speed. I'm quite fast now when I activate it. And remember that we have globes that reduce the regeneration per hit. So, plus I have a ring engraved somewhere, so it's actually 0.2 more, so it's actually 0.9. 1 second of decreased cooldown time. 1 second of decreased cooldown time per hit. And Contemplation adds a chance to evade weapon attacks. This is completely different when compared to the defense rating. This is kind of like an extra chance of evading when Frenetic Fervor is active, and increases the duration of Frenetic Fervor. Basically, those were the changes, and as you will see them in action right now. Also the stats, I forgot about the stats. I added a lot of vitality, so now I have a decent hit point pool. I didn't take out all of the intelligence. I kind of like transferred the willpower to vitality. I removed a bit here and I added here, basically to. I was tempted to spend my points on dexterity because it says that it increases the defense value significantly. But think about it, people. When you are going up against a boss, they probably have a high accuracy rating, so that won't protect you. That's exactly when my constitution, when my toughness here, the base resistance has to kick in. But even so, when my natural resistances have to kick in, but even with the natural resistance, guys, you still need a decent hit point pool to withstand at least one attack and don't get killed in one blow, which is what happened to me last time. So I analyzed all of my weaknesses, and I've also been farming, as you can see, because we had no money after doing 2 world bosses last time. I farmed the potions, so we're back on track. For now, the plan for today is to begin exploring northern Ancaria today. Last time we beat 2 world bosses, the Ghost Dragon, which, in case you're wondering, yes, it did respawn in this modded version of the game. The world bosses respawn, but we know in our hearts, and besides I have the footage, that I killed all of the world bosses in Central Ancaria except for the huge T-Energy Dragon here, that we will come back for it sooner than later. Right, so we finished all of the side quests except for those that we have to come back later. But well. Basically all of the ones that we were supposed to complete until our 2 main quests are kind of like ready to continue in the northern region of Ancaria. While farming, I got through this dungeon, which led me over here, or a dungeon over here that led me over there, but it's right at the entrance. Anyways, we were going to explore this today. It's nothing, it's just a dungeon, nothing to fret about, to worry about. As for the rest, I think these islands, you can actually explore them. And in terms of the lag, yeah, that one is a funny story. I think the hardware cursor will reduce the lag. I reactivated the elite textures, the trimmed elite textures, but I think I just had to clean the filters of my PC, because I think it was thermal throttling last time. I think it was thermal throttling because of the temperature. Like, I think it was thermal throttling because it's true. I was about to install another hard drive, and I hadn't cleaned the filters in a while, and yes, I think that was a reason of the lag last time. Kind of like it was thermal throttling, not to... This game is more demanding than you might imagine, kind of like if I'm just playing on my own. When I play on my own, I have kind of like 141 refresh rate without any kind of issue. The problem is when I'm streaming, kind of like it's a much bigger... I can't let you pass, get lost. This is the main quest of the Inquisitor's main quest.
Another check in the book of quests.
Remember, since we are doing this modded version of the game, will allow us to do kind of like the good side campaign and the evil side campaign. Like, they are these two. So let's begin with our real, because normally this game has kind of like locked campaigns, and you cannot choose which one to do. So,
hey,
yeah.
you stop. Oh, the ring. Very well, you may pass.
Remember,
I know of your mission. On the other side, head east to a village called Valeview. We have a spy there named Cyrilar. He'll tell you where to find the broker. Gods keep you well, fair citizen.
Right. Remember that the Grand Inquisitor gave us the ring. He gave us the ring so this guard will identify us. As you can see, she whispered to us, and basically don't know what will happen from here on out. But yes, basically he gave us the ring that she's mentioning to kind of like identify us. That was a pretty common medieval practice back in the day. In The Witcher 1, I remember that at the beginning, the priest also gives you a ring so you can identify yourself. So, and this is they close the doors. And this is the good side main quest. Welcome, my name is Shabovsky, and I welcome you on behalf of the Artamar. The entire Sultan Committee regards your visit as proof of the growing and positive bilateral relationship between our two nations. We would like to express our gratitude with a gift of 100 gold. Don't spend it all on booze.
Everything goes as planned.
Alright, and that's, as you can see, my doppelganger is quite powerful. Alright. What was I gonna mention? Yeah, this is Shir Kalana. I bet you remember her. She has been following us for half of the game. Like, this is a good side quest. She tried to join the Inquisition. She was rejected everywhere. Remember that we left her at the capital city. She was rejected everywhere. What are you gonna do? Thank you for accompanying me. You may not be the most entertaining companion, but at least you are very helpful. For me, at least. I'll follow your example. After all, you are successful and I'm not. Farewell. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Finished.
Yeah, well. Finally, we can get rid of her. Once again, no one is following us. Good. So, today is the day, people. We get to explore Central Ancaria. Normally, I would use my horse. And we would go quite fast. But the idea is that I want to show you a bit of my new skill tree and how it works. So let's get to it as we explore Northern Ancaria. Alright, it leads us over there, and the other quest, alright, the good side quest leads us to the west, and our evil Inquisitor quest leads us to the east. But first of all, let's reach the monolith, shall we? Let's reach the monolith, the resurrection monolith, so we have a foothold in the region. Let's get to it. Well, as you can see, now that my defense rating is higher, Griffinborough, clear view, alright. Now that my defense value is higher, as you can see, it will be harder for them to hit me. And not only that, you'll see, pay close attention when I'm dealing damage, because this class, now I know why. You could see that I didn't take damage. You'll see that out of nowhere, see that they couldn't deal damage to me. Out of nowhere, enemies will take a huge chunk of damage, kind of like not because of my attacks, but kind of like out of nowhere. That's my reflection chance, right? So now I have three different protections against damage. First, what I've been mentioning, the evasion chance. No, well, secondly, my evasion chance will begin kind of like inverted. First, my evasion chance, the defense rating, in this case, defense value, it's evasion. That, as you can see, so they are not dealing damage to me. But on top of that, I have the main defense of this class through reverse polarity, which is the reflect chance. Kind of like this is the order. First, there's a percentage of that attacks will be reflected. There's a percentage of possibility that attacks will be reflected. It's exactly, I don't know what's the percentage for spell, but remember that I've also engraved I also modded my equipment with melee reflect chance. So as you can see, I have a 21.1% chance of reflecting melee damage. Then, I think that's not counting, it's actually higher, because it's not counting kind of like the mod of reverse polarity. Like, it's 21.1 plus the counter blow chance to reflect melee damage. So, I think they don't stack, they are separate, but it's the same. I don't know what's the chance to reflect spell damage, I don't know it. I presume it's 10% or something like that, no more than 10%. I presume it, because otherwise it will be way too OP. It's quite low, but still, if reflecting a spell in this game, imagine if I reflect the damage of the Dragon Breath attack of the Ghost Dragon World Boss, it's a huge source of damage. And of course, then the incredible base damage of 28% for ranged attacks. So, first, when I'm attacked, what happens? All of the according to the type of damage, the percentage comes into play, so that's the first layer of defense. Second layer of defense, my defense value, my evasion rating, the possibility of me evading the attack. So yes, essentially, and on top of all of that, I don't want to forget about it, because I will only go over this once. When I activate Frenetic Fervor, there's a weapon speed here. There's an extra chance to evade weapon attacks with this contemplation. So there are actually, it's actually 21% melee reflection percentage possibility, plus plus the contemplation, plus this chance to evade weapon attacks altogether, and the counter blow, kind of like the chance to reflect it. So I put a lot of defenses in place, so I'm not squishy anymore. But remember that they are also offensive abilities. They are also offensive abilities, because when you reflect damage in this game, essentially you rebound the value of the attack right back at the attacker. So that's where all that mysterious damage. This is a new region, people, so well, that's where all of that surprise damage is coming from. Basically, it's a pretty good defense, because no matter how enemies surround me, like surrounded from all directions. Take this letter to my brother. You came at the right time. I discovered a vein of gold in this field. Now I want to apply for the mining rights. If I leave to go do it, someone could come and steal the gold right out from under me. I want you to take this letter to my brother, Livingston City. He'll arrange all lessons. Sorry. Sure thing. I need gold. I need to recover from the world bosses that we killed last time. And as you can see, that's the way this class that's the way this class kind of like defends itself. Like this class doesn't have a huge amount of armor. It doesn't have any of those things. This class is all about reflecting and reviving. What's the only weakness? If I revive out my doppelganger, if I get killed, I have to reactivate the polarity buff. That takes some minutes. I've added some casting time. I've added some percentage of reduction to the casting time, so I should cast the spells a bit faster. So that to cover my only weakness, basically. And yes, essentially that's the idea. This class is all about reflection. That's why when I originally read about it some streams ago, see, for example, there I could see that huge chunk of damage that you saw there is kind of like the rebound damage, the reflected damage. It's kind of like they get hit by the full power of their own attack. Like, now with Frenetic Fervor I have more defenses. As you can see, still some attacks can get through. But that's when my evasion rating, my defense value, kicks in and also allows me to evade the attacks. As you can see, they have to get through my reflection chance, and then after my reflection chance, for each damage type, they need to get through my defense value. And when they get through my defense value, my natural resistances against physical, my armor, basically, against physical, fire, poison, all damage types in the game, will kick in. So that's where, but damage reduction, that's where I want to get to. It's a secondary, this is a dead end, right? Though, for some reason, I cannot explore that section of the map. Perhaps you could only explore it through by entering through the other. Let me call my horse. Anyways, we already explored this. You can only enter it through the dungeon that I went through off stream while farming, but well. So that's when my natural resistances and my added hit point pool will kick in, right? So as the last line of defense, as a secondary line of the third line of defense, my once the reflection chance fails, once the evasion rating, the defense value fails, then my huge hit point pool and my huge, I mean bigger than normal, at least, they will kick in. They'll kick in. As you can see, now I'm surrounded. I'm being attacked from everywhere, but as you can see, few attacks could get through my defenses. So this class is not about having a lot of natural resistances. This class is all about evading, which is basically accomplished through reverse polarity. Like, it's mandatory. Then I can work on my damage. I don't hit as hard as I used to when I kill the dragon. See, this is this dungeon. If you get through this dungeon, there are some ghosts in here. I went through this dungeon, as you can see here. As you can see here, there are some ghosts, but nothing of interest. There are nothing at all. I basically got through this dungeon and accidentally I arrived at the other side of northern Ancaria. Like, I went from central Ancaria to northern Ancaria, as you can see here.
Here, you will find nothing but death.
So yes, that's what. And as you can see, that is also an interesting thing. See that once I'm not in combat, see how fast my health bar regenerates. It's even faster while riding my horse. So that's added through the vitality. Like, vitality not only increases your total amount of hit points, it not only increases your total amount of hit points, but it also kind of like increases your regeneration rate. I don't know if it's out of combat. Now I'm doubting if it's out of combat or also during combat. If it's also during combat, then it's amazing. But at least out of combat. That's I'm sure. That I'm sure of it. I think it's out of combat because otherwise it would be way too OP. Now let me confirm it. Give me some seconds and I'll confirm it. As you can see, some attacks get through, and that's when my huge hit point bar and my natural resistances through toughness kick in, and they reduce the damage. Let me confirm you on that. So vitality, because you keep remembering the regeneration time. It doesn't say, but I think it's kind of like out of combat. It doesn't say it here, but in the wiki it did say that it was out of combat regeneration. Alright, so that section, you cannot explore it. Well, whatever, I don't think there's a side quest there. Let me check one more time. Because maybe we're missing a secret zone or something like that. Let me get rid of these guys. So, well, as you can see, that's kind of like the whole breakdown of my... That's the whole breakdown of my...
The next fight will be easy now.
Is there some kind of secret path there? No, doesn't look like it. Probably it's the normal path. Nope. Not at all. How do I... this is probably... well, I don't know how to access that. Alright, we've got the first mystery of Northern Ancaria. Well, Well, that's a whole breakdown. That's a complete breakdown of my new skill tree and stat point distribution. I didn't change anything else. It wasn't that much of a difference, like that much of a modification. Let's activate the resurrection monolith first of all. It wasn't that much of a difference because, as you can see, let me unmount. I have 1870 hit points. But yes, you can see that this class I was mentioning is the most complex, let's say, for newbies, because 50% of the damage that you will deal, at least until you unlock, until at least I re-unlock once again the Purifying Chastisement, a huge portion of the damage that you deal is kind of like invisible, indirect, like it's reflected damage or damage through your doppelganger. That's why it's kind of like, let's say, a bit more complex. Like, you cannot see the damage, where it's coming from. The other classes, I presume, are a bit more straightforward, like increasing your damage altogether, or increasing your defense altogether, but or doing some kind of area of effect attack or something like that. But I see side quests all over the place.
Run, fools.
But for example, I realized that the beauty, the power of my class, the hidden power of my class is that it has those huge reflection percentages. It can create those huge reflection percentages and deal that, let's say, percentage of invisible damage that most players would find kind of like, let's say, boring, or newbie players would find it boring. So it's all indirect damage, also through my doppelganger and reviving at the doppelganger when I get killed. Hey, Black Oaks, we found the first settlement. We got a bit of lag, don't worry, that's normal when you enter a settlement in this game. Let me see. Let's first of all activate the resurrection monolith. So that's what you should always do. Straight for the resurrection monolith. Let's go. Before anything else happens. There we go. I must have looted quite a lot of stuff. Yep, I looted quite a lot of stuff. I know I'm kind of like overlapping with my camera right now. There we go, there we go, there we go. Come on, we need to recover from the 2 world bosses that we killed in the previous stream. That's a 60-point defense relic. Then let's sell these 2. Antidote 55, let me see, 56, 53, 49, 49 out, 55 in. We sell 49, 53, 53, 49, 49, 49. Take that one out, 53, there we go. Ice. 56, 50, 50, 52. Relic of Frost. We had 2 more points there. I know it seems insignificant, but it can make all the difference. I also powered up I had to, kind of like, as you can see in my skill tree, I invested all of my points on Purifying Chastisement. What are you doing? Why are they attacking us in town? Why are they attacking us in town? As you can see, with the Frenetic Fervor, I deal a lot of fast damage. But you can see the difference. Here, see that I'm not reflecting damage? See how little damage I deal? See how slow it is in comparison to the kills that we were doing previously. See how slow it is.
There is no
So
such thing as too
that's the
much
thing.
practice.
That's the thing. Um, this is basically a class that relies on being attacked, as incredibly weird as it may sound, but it works like that. It works like that. As you can see, I have 24 points here. This was kind of like a 10 or some shit like that, and I had to increase it to 15 and 15. Basically, I need to bring my reverse polarity buff to beyond 24. It should be at 30. This is a huge weakness that I have, and as you can see, that's the percentage of, because this, whenever reverse polarity levels up, I don't know if it affects all types of reflection, but at least it increases the ranged reflection naturally, which is a huge advantage. I do suspect that it increases the chance for the rest of them, for the melee, for the magic damage, and the base defense value. So I need to invest all of my. I need to find more runes and increase my polarity, my reverse polarity level. All right, so we arrived at the first. We arrived at the first pretty fast. We entered kind of like Fast and Furious. We've arrived at the first.
I thank you, my gods.
Okay, arrived at the first town in northern Ancaria. I would love to know the name. We entered like in The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, when Gandalf arrives at, what was it? It was Minas Tirith to warn King Denethor, something like that was the name, the crazy guy, about the invasion. Pick 10 strawberries for me. No, kill the bush. I should be there. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right. I need my horse. Let's pick up all of the side quests and begin our journey through Central Ancaria. I see the main quest. What's this place called? Black Oaks. Alright, Black Oaks. Take me to the Sickle Moon ship. I'm so excited. My daughter will celebrate her 21st birthday soon. With that fly birthday ship. I always talked about a special kind of sheep that comes to a secret pasture to graze once every few years. She said when the pasture went from here, I'd like to make my daughter a dress from the wool of the Sickle Moon sheep. Alright, we need to find the sheepy there.
To be heartless. I will prove to you otherwise.
Okay. This is like an alpine village, like an alpine village, from Switzerland, or that part of Central Europe between Germany and Switzerland. Oh well. Rest of side quests. I see one more inside of this house or something. No, that guy. It's not inside of a house. Kill the glorious 12-pointer. Welcome to Black Ops. I am Nathan, mayor of this wonderful town, where we got... Yeah, you are the mayor. We got our values and preserve our... Yeah, this is definitely Switzerland. No mistake about it. This is Switzerland. Our values and preserve our tradition. Our gun club, this is Switzerland, celebrates its 125th anniversary this year, and it will be a wonderful party. To make it perfect, someone should go out and kill the glorious 12-point bag that's living out in our woods. It's driving the hunters crazy. Does that sound like a challenge you would enjoy? If you agree, kill the 12-pointer and bring me its antlers. Ah, okay, it's a deer.
I am interested in your assignment.
Please, animal protection fanatics, don't get crazy about it. It's medieval. It's a medieval fantasy setting. They are just pixels. Right. So the quests lead us there. We have one more side quest that I want to grab, and I think I saw it when we entered the place. How uncourteous of us, people. Chase off the rabbits. There, another half-eaten carrot. These blasted rabbits dig at my carrots. nibble on them, and leave them lying there. They should at least eat the whole thing, but no, they only eat the tips. I can't sell them. I can't even look at the use anymore. Please change off these rodents for me. I would do it myself.
The Inquisition is said to be heartless.
All right, time to
I
get
will
rid of the
prove
rabbits.
to you
I think we
otherwise.
did this quest in Thylesium. Ah, that's not a rabbit. That's a fucking grizzly bear. Hey, undead. Because we. I know they're not undead. They're just assassins. See, for example, I'm taking damage right there, but as you can see, it was so difficult for them to kill me that I even need to use a potion. Now I restart the cycle, like that, and I get attacked by a grizzly bear, but as you can see, I haven't used any potions, and see how my health regenerated. My health regenerated, and I could take, a lot of hits. So I think it's a huge improvement, and the lesson that we... Hey, I left all of the loot over there. That's a lot of... I was not paying attention. So, moral of the story: reverse polarity is the essential talent of the skill tree of the Inquisitor's skill tree. Let me get rid of the rabbits. My doppelganger should help me. Thank you, thank you. You are quite good at that, doppelganger. I see one more there. Thank you. I just need to approach them, and the doppelganger will kill them for me. I see another rabbit there. Let me take care of it. I'll take care of this one. There we go. Good, I love it. My doppelganger is killing the rabbits. And that should be it. There we go. Ha! That'll teach those little pests. Thank you. Here's your reward.
Another check in the book of quests.
Indeed, the Inquisitor. Indeed. See, now I love my character. Now that I'm actually playing it correctly. Good. We can either go to this zone. What's this? But first, this is the main quest, or what kind of shit? Grey Wall? No, that's the main quest. What's this? Sorry, my curiosity is way too great. Inside. Hi. Yeah, there's one more side quest right there. Excellent pathfinding. I can help you yet. Come back later. Well, typical. This game loves to do that. Alright, we'll begin completing side quests, shall we? Then we can head over to the... No, maybe... No, let's head over to the big capital city, because we have this Alchemist Jacobus quest from... I think I got it in central Ancaria, so let's head over to the capital of the region. They are like different countries, like down there. I think it's... Now I get the picture. I initially said that this was gonna be Germany, and down there it was gonna be Switzerland. No, down there it's kind of like Italy, because of the Roman Colosseum. That's kind of like an evident hint. Like this is Italy. Like this is Italy. Like here's the Roman Colosseum. This is like Italy and southern Europe. Let's say. This could even be represented as a Spain. Like this island has a pretty similar thing, and this could be some. Well, no. Maybe this will be like France. I don't know. This is definitely like Switzerland. This zone, and probably like Germany. There's some other zones. Like we are right now in I'll have a hard time calling this. Hey, we got rain. I'll have a hard time calling this Central Ancaria instead of Switzerland and Germany. I don't know. Like, it's exactly the same from the style of the roads and everything. Let's first grab all of the quests. Let's head over to the capital. And let's head over to the capital and grab the quests. Let me grab all of the quests, then we can begin doing some real quests instead of killing rabbits. But well, I could show you in roughly 40 minutes while covering the first Resurrection Monolith. I could show you the revamp of my skill tree. Oof, that's a lot of things. Remember, we are playing with the Supper Spawn mobs mod, but the good thing about my skill tree is that regardless of how many of them attack me, look at this, where I'm completely surrounded, and only with one potion I could survive, or 2 potions, I don't know. 1 potion. I could survive because I'm reflecting damage. It doesn't matter how surrounded I am, I can kind of like always my doppelganger. Damn it, they killed my doppelganger. Careful, careful, they killed my doppelganger and I didn't see it. There we go. So yes, essentially, as you could see, even if I am totally surrounded, the reflection chance will rebound all of the attacks, most of the attacks, to all enemies. So it's a much more effective defense than just having more health or having higher resistances. So I'm quite I'm quite happy with it. Tensanuil's Legacy, it's a bit outdated. As you can see, the base damage of this one is 65 and 77. This one is 92, but it's two-handed. I should begin thinking about looting another legendary magic stuff, so I can increase my damage. Like, now that my defense is covered, I can work on my damage quietly, like without worrying about that. See, we have 74 potions. We started the stream with 66 or something like that. Alright, that could have killed our horse. Oh well. I've learned my lesson. Yeah, this is definitely Central Europe. Those huge bears are only there. Those huge bears. So yeah, you need to remember that in this game, bears hit like a truck. And as you can see now, I can, as you can see, this is because, consider that it's been a while since we died, and their level is increasing. But even so, you could see that I get surrounded with a super spawn mod. Let's head over to the capital right away. Anyways, we are not making any progress like this. I love it. They are. I kind of like have a trail of people following me to greet me. They are all here to greet us, people. They are all here to greet us. Griffinborough, blah blah blah. They are gonna kill my horse. I couldn't even read the quest. Oh well, sometimes it happens. I love it how they greeted me, kind of like a trail of bears and wolves. It said, "Welcome to Northern Ancaria." Yeah. Well, Northern Ancaria. I'm calling this Northern Ancaria, but actually this is Northern Ancaria. Like, this is gonna represent Iceland, Ireland, and the rest. And the United Kingdom is right here. I don't know why. Like, this is Northern Ancaria. Like, here you can see a Viking ship. It's like, how do I call it? Oh yeah, we can call this Southern Ancaria from now on. But it's kind of like in the middle of a map. Yeah, this one would be central, and this would be Northern Ancaria. And what is this? South Ancaria. It's not Africa, so I cannot say even more south to the south of Europe. So yeah. We grabbed the only quests. The only quest right there. What was it about? Hey, they are split by chapters. Look at this. We unlocked this green. So here we have. Here we should only have Alchemist Jacobus. Or is it part of the second quest? And the Easter egg called here Alchemist Jacobus. Alchemist Jacobus. This is the one that the first one that we need to do. Yeah, it's the only one. And then the Easter egg club. That one kind of like it's also in this region, so no worry. Do we have Alchemist Jacobus in here? No. So it's still part of the first chapter. 12 pointer, blah 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 blah. Final reach. Faust. I think this quest was called Faust. The erudite alchemist Dr. Faust has asked me to bring Robert. No. The wild sheep. Henry, I've got involved in a family intrigue. The son of an assassinated baron asked me to take revenge of his murder. Turn took the throne of her. Okay. No, but first we need to do Alchemist Jacobus. Now that we've arrived. Alchemist Jacobus, Alchemist Jacobus. Alchemist Jacobus. Final reach. Henry, what? Hang on a second. Where's that guy? Let us pray, people. Medias of Griffinborough. King and Uniter of Artamark. Praise his name. So, this place is called Griffinborough. Okay, that's a pretty lovely name. Griffinborough. Ah, there you are. Let me kill everyone. I cannot attack his escorts for some reason. Let me see. Let me talk to you. Come on. Aristocrat, who are you? What do you want? Guards, help! Now this is like Assassin's Creed. I feel like playing Assassin's Creed now. That was easy. I think it was one of the objectives, actually. I think it was one of the objectives. Yeah, I love these missions. Alright, so we've arrived here. We arrived at the capital. Bellevue. I don't know what that may be. Oh, wow. We got from the Roman Empire to medieval Europe. This is getting interesting. Billings. One of the greatest victories you can gain over someone is to beat him at politeness. True. Oh no, you did what? You killed the wrong man. That wasn't Philip. It was Paul, a dear friend of the fiancé of my sister. What a tragedy! When you heard the bad news, my gentle heart couldn't stand it. You leave me alone.
Everything goes as
Oh
planned.
my god. What was I meant to kill another person? Well, I don't care. Let me finish Alchemist Jacobus once and for all. Alchemist, I've arrived after a long journey. Damn it, this is a pretty huge city. Like, I bet you can enter every single building. Alchemist Jacobus. Jarola sends you? Well, thank you. And how is the old Forgy? Haven't seen him in a while. Here, take this for your trouble.
Task has been accomplished.
Yeah, fine.
Aura of power emanates from this.
That's a legendary ring, people. That's a legendary ring. Hit point regeneration plus 3.9%. Good. Well, I'll engrave it somewhere.
Emanates from this
Eventually, energy weapon. Journal function. Eventually, we'll have to dedicate a stream to read all of the books that I've been looting. Just that I don't want to bore you people, so it's kind of like a conundrum. I want to read them. I don't want to bore you. Like, I don't know what to do. You be interested in a single stream all about reading the books that we've collected? Like, we have several of them. Hey, beautiful medieval German houses. Yeah, with wood. True. I love how the Roman houses were with a lot of marble and bricks, and these ones are like in medieval Europe. So accurate. I love accuracy. Historical accuracy. Who doesn't like it? Like, I know that nowadays this is kind of like ignored. Like, people say Bonaparte. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Yeah, this is an old school famous phrase from Napoleon. It's a true phrase. Get me jade from the mine in the mountain. What will these highborn fools think of next? They've grown tired of rubies and diamonds, and now they want jade, 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 jade. So the Baroness tells me, jeweler, fine bond, make me a jade collar. It's embarrassing for a Baroness to be seen without one. And where am I supposed to find jade? The only place I knew is the mine in the mountain, but I heard that all outlaws, live there. Maybe you could get me some jade from the mine.
Even though
Sure.
it is below my rank, I am interested in your assignment.
Huh? Like, now I know that nowadays people say, fuck historical accuracy. Let's just do whatever we want. Let's just do whatever we want. Ignore history. Maybe perhaps even twist it if we can. And shit on the culture of humanity from 2,000 years ago. Let's fuck that. Fuck a real. Fuck 2,000 years of history from the human race. Of the human race. Who needs them? Let's just. What do you call? Let me see. Gold. Not bad at all. I'm going to buy this letter from you. It's a good deal for both of you. You have gold and get the money. Right.
Finished.
Rich. Good.
Aura of power emanates from this item.
Huh? What now? In here? There's one more side quest, and I cannot see it. It has to be inside of the house. Yeah. Drunk Hagen. I've caught me a dragon. You know, I like. Yeah, he's drunk, people. I know how to mimic that. I've never been drunk. You're I know I'm quite boring. You're a real mate, you know. And ya don't keep a secret from ya mate, right? I caught a dragon in my cellar. That's right, a real-life fire-breathing dragon. Locked it away, Daddy. Don't believe me, Doyle? So true, you can see for yourself. I'm a masala. But be careful, right? It's a dangerous dragon. I think it was a pretty good imitation, considering that I've never been drunk. And unfinished statue, a complete waste of marble. Decorative dust. Where's your... No, of course it's not there. He mentioned the cellar. Where's your cellar? There's your cellar. No, Jade Collier. The Dragon Slayer. That's your cellar. That's your cellar. A dungeon inside of a city. Well, he's mentioned the cellar. Remember, in this game there are 3 types of dungeons. Wine cellars, like this one. Caves and mines. So that should be your cellar. This one? I don't see a dragon in here. There must be some kind of... There. There? I cannot interact with that. Cellar? Ah, there we go. There we go. Took a while to load. I saw SLR, but I couldn't enter it. Now I see the game crashes. Yep, crashed when entering that cellar. That cellar had kind of like, it had the perfect conditions to cause a crash. First crash of the day, people. 1 hour. The cellar was way too much. The cellar was way too much. What are you gonna do? The cellar was way too much. But well. The cellar was way too much. But well. No matter. No matter at all. No matter. No matter. The cellar was way too much, people. It was way, way too much for the game, without a doubt. But well. No. I guess the crashes are unavoidable then. I have to accept that that crashes in this game are kind of like unavoidable, no matter what you do. Though we could delay them to 5 hours at some point. Maybe because of the camera zoom. I don't know. Let me remove the camera zoom. I don't know, maybe it's the... I know it's the best thing that I've done so far. But... perhaps it's the very reason the game likes to... the very reason the game likes to crash, I guess. I don't know what to do with this game anymore, honestly. Like, I've tried everything. Well. Ah, damn it! It will send me back to the. It'll send me back to the to Black Oaks town, something like that. Something like that. Mm, yes. Oh. Well, there you have it. A shit. Ah, damn it! My reverse polarity buff.
Senselessly slaughtered. It's fun.
I love it how this game never loses. I'll restart at the same spot anyways. Or no, at the resurrection monolith. Okay. Well, this is quite... Alright. Let me cast my buffs, please. Yeah, arg. A lot of angry cries. Change of plans then. Change of plans. We'll do the side quests. Glorious 12 pointer because I'm getting bored. I'm getting bored, sorry. I need to kill something. Let's ignore these degenerates. We're back at the shitty zoomed in camera. Let's see if that's the very reason why the game has been crashing. Maybe it renders shit. Maybe it renders shit kind of like to the extent of the zoom of the camera. I don't know.
Your leather will be delicious.
There we go. Do I have my buffs up? Yep. There we go. As you can see, no matter how many enemies attack me, thanks to my reflection chance, they all take damage directly from their own attacks. See? Look at that. Not a single potion used. We may need it now. Thank you, my doppelgangers. Thank you, you're always the best. We leveled up. We just leveled up. Right. Um, what? My doppelganger killed the antler. There we go. Sorry, the antler. The deer and collected the antlers. Sorry. There we go. Wait. Stop attacking. Yep. Believe it or not, but zooming in the camera actually increased the performance. This game is so crazy. At least it increased the performance. I don't know about the rest, but okay. What do we have? Just level up. Globes of the Executor, all combat arts, opponents are more physical, casting speed. Forget it, globes without regeneration per hit are essentially useless. Sarkis Demise. Hey, wait, let me call my goblin here. I think we are working on a full set there. Hey, I think I have almost a full set here. We get a special bonus for that. We have Illigar's Judgment, Compliance, and Sermon. So we have Consistency and Judgment. So we have 4 and 4. 4 for Illigard and 4 for Sarakis set. Okay. And Quans. Hey, Quans, we have Quans Verdict and Quans Blade. Quans Blade, and where's the Verdict? It says that I have Quan's Verdict. I must have looted it and discarded it because it must have been terrible. I don't know. Something along those lines. My points here. We'll go with a point on Astute Supremacy will increase my reverse polarity, I guess. I don't remember if it would affect it. No, it doesn't affect it. Shit. Doesn't affect it, my bad. Nah, I need 10 points there. No. Attack speed, attack value. This is precision. Blah 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 blah. Armor per damage type. We'll go with a bit more of resistance. There. You can never be tough enough. And I'll add the last point of vitality that I need. There we go. There we go. I mean, I'm not getting used to that zoomed in camera. Post. We have another side quest there. Let's get to it. Here there's some lag, but it's not as bad as in... Ah, the strawberries. Yeah, I remember. Hey, so many bears. This way, you little kitties. They hit like a truck. Only bears could get through my defenses. They are beasts. They are way too powerful. Bears in this game are so OP. They forced me to use potions. Look at that. Oof. They killed my doppelganger. Only bears could achieve this. See, I was right. They are so powerful. See, we are already at 82. That means we have a positive proportion of damage taken versus the damage we are dealing. See how fast it regenerates health. It's faster when you arrive. I don't need to find them specifically, I just need to get closer and activate my auto-collect. Wait! Another bear. And another bear. Yeah, these are really like Central European bears, quite savage, that's for sure. Bear time. So for today, people, besides analyzing, besides telling you of my new skill tree and everything, today I wanted to... but they don't have any armor or any defense against poor animals. They don't have any defense against fire, poison, or magic damage. There we go. There we go. That was easy, smooth. And look at that, we unlocked the portal. Good. We finished all of the quests here, and we unlocked the portal over at Griffinborough. Good. Good. For today I wanted to analyze something interesting, which is find the illegal gambling dens. Hey you, are you here to make a fortune by gambling? No. In that case, I beg your pardon. We've seen a lot of strangers here lately. Allegedly, one of the inns is harboring an illegal gambling den. When I saw your unfamiliar face, I thought you had come here to gamble. Perhaps you could help me. Try to find out, more about the illegal gambling den here in town.
They call me a bad wolf.
It's like the Pasak den all over again. So where were we before that crash happened? Let's go and do the... where's that cellar? The Dragon Slayer there. Now the compass should track the quest. I was mentioning my fiancé Davin is missing. Please search for him. I'm at a loss. My fiancé has been missing 4 days now. I am so worried that something has happened to him. We planned to marry next week. Please go and search for him. He's with Metric, one of our friends, but Metric is missing too. You better speak to Ahmed, Metric's brother-in-law. Maybe he knows more about this. Okay.
Be prepared to pay the price for this deed.
Where is that wine cellar dungeon? It was through here, and I think it was this one. Yes, this one. Let me dismount here, and we enter the dungeon, and thank you. See, it wasn't that difficult. What the? Kalia. Who's there? My eyes have gotten so used to the darkness down here. The drunkard husband of mine has locked me away down here to rot. I only tried to tell him that he could achieve a lot more if he wasn't always so lazy. It was a dragon. Instead of spending time with me, all he does is hang around at the inn all day. I'm really so unbearable. Am I really so unbearable that he has to spend his days in the company of drunkards and sluggards? He should be at home helping me fix up and take care of the house. And his hair, I don't know how many times I've told him to get a haircut and to have a bath while he's at it. Where has that mongrel gone off to now? Anyway, our drinking again, albeit. Out drinking, sorry, out, I thought it was an R. Out drinking again, I'll bet. Well, thank you for letting me out. I have a needs too, you know. I'm quite attractive, aren't I? You don't have to leave right now. Why don't you stay for a chat? Yeah, no, sorry, ma'am. I've got enough. You were the dragon. This was the dragon's slave. Alright, but we have to loot. Hey, pretty good loot. Alright. Alright, that was... that was... amusing. That was a dragon, guys. That was a dragon. His wife. God damn it. See what I mean when I say that the game is historically accurate? Like, these things must have happened a lot of times in medieval times. In the medieval age. I think in the case of this guy, I just wanted to complete the quest and I gave the letter to mine that gold deposit to someone else or something like that. I don't know. Hey, the fleur de lis. So this is France, not Germany. The fleur de lis in the flag there. Then this is France. I see a side quest. You cannot. Ah, right there. Below the bridge. Clarence, find my buried treasure and rescue my daughter. Look at me. My name is Clement. I'm a man without honor, family, or home. This was pretty common in medieval times. Like they inherited the Roman tradition of splitting the people between slaves and citizens. Like they were totally different things. They had different rights. You could become from slave to. It was quite difficult, but you could turn it from slave into citizen, and the other way around. If you had debts, for example, you could be demoted to slave. Like after your goods, you would answer with instead of for example communal duties, let's say, instead of going to jail, you would become a slave, like for example. Because of your debts, it was pretty common back in the Roman Empire, and also the medieval city-states, let's say. They weren't states yet, but well. I was once a famous juggler. I even represented Griffinborough in juggling competitions, then I was ruined by that unfortunate incident with the Morde. He offered me a fortune in gold if I let his juggler win a competition. In a moment of weakness, I accepted his offer. I came along, bunny from Griffinborough. Perhaps you could do me one of one. My daughter lives with her aunt, and I'm not allowed to have any contact with her. She's soon to be married, not for love, but because she has no possessions of her own. That was also pretty common. Many years ago, I buried a big part of my fortune between the roots of a tree behind my house. I beg you, dig up my fortune and give it to my daughter so that she's not forced to enter into such a soulless marriage. Okay.
Below my rank. I am interested.
Anyways, I had to go. So that's the fleur de lis. So this is probably not modern France, but kind of like the Frankish Empire. The Franks from Age of Empires 2, just so you have an easy reference. Present for the bride. This was another one. The Exile. Here we're there we go. That is the banished juggler's old house. The tree that he buried, the treasure must be under. The treasure under must be nearby. Okay, I get it. This one? Inside of the house. Inside the house. Here. Well, I mean, that's not a tree. What am I doing? That's not a tree. Well, but I got some loot. The camera is quite wonky here. I hate it when the camera behaves like this. Tree, he said behind the house. Did he say behind the house? Yeah. How do I get over there? Through a dungeon, probably. Alright, it's definitely through there. Thank you. Let's see through this alley. Huh? Uh-huh. This one? Ah, well, it was a chopped 3. That was, There's the treasure. There's not much left of the tree, though. Well, you know what they say. It is more blessed to receive than to give. Or was it the other way around? What now? So, did I complete the quest, or what? Did I get some gold, or what? Yeah, probably quite a bit. I don't know. I had no option. Damn it. This Inquisitor is evil. Alright. Second range, and levels perception. Whatever. More quests, more quests. Let's explore the northern region of the city, I guess. I mean, today we'll have to spend some time just exploring the city. Ah, there's a resurrection monolith over there, plus a portal. Get me a book. Yeah, that's the Fleur de Lis. This is kind of like medieval Franks. Then they're French. Let's say ancient French. This is not Germany. Get me a book. This watch is really dragging on again. I'm bored to death. I've been staring at the gate for hours. When somebody finally comes, I call out, "Who's there?" When you find out, just the exterminator on his way to work, or the priest on his way to the tavern. There's no way. That's no way to live. This is no way to live. If only I had something to read, a thrilling novel. That would be great. Could you get me a book? Unfortunately, I can't leave my post. Sure thing, my boy. Long watch. Hey, what's that? Man hold the quiet. His mysteriousness was only exceeded by his power. I mean, this place is huge. We have 2 smithies here. Please deliver the horse show to my customer for me. I've got some work to do for dinner. 14 to forge 14 horseshoes, plus 18 coffin nails and 8 pastry forks. Manage. Alright, we're playing Uber Eats again.
For I will help you.
We're playing Uber Eats Simulator again. This is like the aristocrat section of the city, or what? Hey, amazing pathfinding. Wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Pretty good. Hey, it's a memorial plaque. There. Have the Rune Master. We have every. No. Yes, I know you want the wool from the special ship, but no. Alright. To the left. It is like